coming back at halftime?
Yeah, 2 goals in 5 minutes. We put ourselves in a good position to bag a couple more. My header, Andy's shot on top of the box. If he's a little bit more calm there, maybe we find a 4-4. So played sounder soccer the second half, and we played like crap the first half. We played it directly into their hands, losing balls in the middle of the park, forcing the ball on the top of the box, and that's their bread and butter. Win that ball, and then all of a sudden again it's a 4v2, 5v3, and that's what they live and die by, and they made us pay for that.
Coach talked about, he'll review the first half, but your thoughts on the first half and how it swung so much in Portland's side?
Yeah, I think just that. I think 2 set-piece goals, and then another on a break. And we're scrambling, the fourth one as well, another on the break, and we're scrambling again. But, we come out in the second half, we put them under pressure. Guys are chasing the ball, winning first balls, winning second balls, and we play wide and we play up in their half. And we get a few good chances from that, keep them under pressure, till 2 halves, I guess.
Ramon Torres affects you out on the pitch, but this time you're out wide. He wins a couple commanding headers. Your thoughts on Ramon Torres in the second half?
Yeah, obviously that'll be a change for me. He'll step in and continue into that role, so I have to find a new position. So, credit where credit's due. He's a big boy. He can handle himself, especially against any striker in this league. Did well for his first game back. Happy to have him out there.
Was a flare-up just something between Portland and Seattle, between Adi and Ozzy?
Yeah, I didn't see it. Adi doesn't realize how big he is. And, there's times in the first half, where he steps on Chad and he doesn't even realize that he steps on him. And in the second half, I think Ozzy went to slide in, and maybe Adi's a big guy, and maybe he caught him with an elbow or something like that. And obviously Ozzy didn't like it, so we'll have to look at the replay. But, here's what it is, a rivalry game, so tempers are going to flare.
Brad, can you describe the room, what happened at halftime, what transpired there?
Obviously everybody disappointed. Schmetz came in and said we're going to do one thing, is we're going to play for the badge, and if you don't do that, I'll take you off. So in saying that, a good response at halftime.
What could you have done differently to maybe settle yourself in the first half so it didn't get to 2 and 3 and 4?
Just not give the ball away in the middle of the field. It's the same thing that happened last week, and we got lucky that they didn't finish 3 or 4 chances also in Seattle. Square balls in the middle of midfield and playing directly into their hands, and that's, like I said, 3 or 4 times now. That's what they live and die by. So, being good with the ball in the attacking half. Playing smart soccer. We can go over all the typical soccer cliches of what we could have done better.
That was the most lopsided half in this derby in MLS era. What's going through your mind? What's going through your emotions as that's transpiring?
These games always take on a mind of their own. Sometimes we come down here and batter them. They come to Seattle and get a result. It's always it seems to always never be a 0-0 game with. Both sides playing well. It's always one side playing much better than the other, and that's, I guess, it brings out the best and the worst in both teams sometimes.
How concerned are you as captain about the loss of momentum over these last 180 minutes?
And not concerned. If we're going to divide the game up into half of the season or thirds of the season, if we can right the ship going into San Jose, another obviously playoff game for us, then we'll be okay. But if we're going to have 1 loss in 6 throughout the rest of the course of the season, then I'll take that.
How comfortable do you feel playing with right back when you talk about you have to switch positions?
Fine. That's probably ideally, in my mind, my most comfortable position potentially. So it is what it is, and it's not up to me at this point. Team's got to make the playoffs, so wherever I fit in, I fit in.
Is there such a thing as a moral victory this time of year?
No, we have to win all the games. We have to try and win all the games. It's unfortunate that it leaves a sour taste in your mouth for 2 weeks, but it's one that we'll have to obviously think and dwell, and now the guys will be absolutely chomping at the bit to get back out there. So it's one that you don't want to go into a break on a loss, but at the same time, it's one where we'll come back on Tuesday. We got 4 days of training, a little bit of time off, and then we'll be fighting for our lives at that point.